Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos on TV promised she didn't keep? What is the one television promise that the Golden Bachelorette star Joan Vassos did not keep? She had a lot to go through when she returned to reality TV, and this time, as the lead of this groundbreaking show. So, what was the singular rule she broke, and was it that big of a deal? Keep reading for more details. Joan Vassos on TV promised she didn't keep. It is not Joan Vassos' first rodeo when it comes to reality television. She was a contender for Jerry Turner's heart in the premiere season of The Golden Bachelor. However, she ended up selflessly exiting to go home and take care of her daughter, as family is the core of who she is. Her story is beautifully sad. She had an amazing love story with her husband, Joan, who tragically passed away in 2021 from pancreatic cancer. They'd have been together for over 30 years and really relished life, so to put herself back out there was a huge deal and something she was not sure she was ready for. In a lot of ways, Joan felt she was cheating on John. Now, she has been selected as the first ever Golden Bachelorette with a slew of amazing eligible men. They are all vying for her heart and her roses. She wants someone she can go on adventures with and be a true family person. Yet, there was one promise she made to her family when she entered the show that she broke. According to the Daily Express US, it was no kissing. As viewers saw in the season premiere, which aired on Wednesday, September 18th, Joan Vassos locked lips with Kelsey Anderson's father Mark in a later episode. So, what was their reaction to learning she did not adhere to their wishes? Happens to the best of us. Before Joan Vassos, there was Jerry Turner, the OG of the Golden franchise. He had to deal with what his kids would think of seeing him getting cozy on television. So, what did he tell them when he was heading onto the show? He ended up marrying Theresa Nist in a Bachelor special, but they parted ways just a short time later. Jerry will appear on Joan's season to offer advice, and hopefully, that is all. Joan Vassos, a name that became synonymous with hope, love, and second chances, emerged as a fan favorite on The Golden Bachelor, a groundbreaking spin-off of the popular Bachelor franchise. The show, designed to give love a second shot to those over 60, captured the hearts of many viewers as they watched individuals once thought to be past their romantic prime blossom under the golden sun of renewed possibilities. But amidst the glitz and glamour of the cameras, Joan Vassos made a promise, one that she, unfortunately, didn't keep. The rise of Joan Vassos. From the moment Joan stepped onto the Golden Bachelor set, it was clear that she was more than just another contestant. Radiating warmth, wisdom, and effortless grace, Joan had lived a full life. A widowed mother of 3, she was adored by her children, admired by her friends, and respected by her peers. But Joan, like many of her fellow contestants, was looking for something more: companionship, perhaps love, or at the very least, the chance to prove to herself that love in your golden years wasn't just a pipe dream. The producers quickly recognized her star quality. Unlike many of the other women who leaned into the grandiose gestures typical of reality TV, Joan came across as genuine. She was open about her life, her struggles, and her reasons for coming onto the show. It was hard not to root for her. And like most reality stars, she knew how to spin a narrative, one that had viewers glued to their screens every time she appeared. One of the most memorable moments of the season came during Joan's heartfelt one-on-one with The Bachelor. She spoke of her late husband with reverence, explaining how the years after his passing had been filled with moments of grief, but also a growing understanding that her life wasn't over yet. "I promised myself," Joan said, "that if I ever got a second chance at love, I'd give it my all." That promise, made in front of millions of viewers, was a turning point for her on the show. Her words were filled with sincerity, and the audience believed her. This was Joan's chance at love, and she was going to embrace it fully. Or so everyone thought. A promise unfulfilled. As the show progressed, Joan's connection with The Bachelor deepened. Week after week, she remained a strong contender, sharing intimate conversations, tender moments, and the kind of chemistry that viewers tuned in for. But as the season moved toward its climax, something shifted in Joan. Viewers began to notice subtle signs of doubt creeping into her usually confident demeanor. Her words, once filled with hope and determination, became tinged with hesitation. During a pivotal moment in one of the later episodes, Joan sat down with the Bachelor and delivered a shocking revelation. "I'm not sure I can keep going," she admitted, her voice trembling slightly. "This has been an incredible experience, but I have obligations back home that I can't ignore." The nation was stunned. This was the same woman who, weeks earlier, had declared that she was ready to give her all for love. Her sudden shift in priorities left fans confused and disappointed. Was it cold feet? A sudden realization that the reality of the show couldn't translate into the real world? Or was there something deeper at play? The pressure of reality TV. What became clear in the aftermath of Joan's decision was that the pressure of reality TV had taken a toll on her. Behind the glitz and glamour of the show, the whirlwind pace, and the constant scrutiny from the cameras, Joan had begun to question whether the promise she made, to herself, to The Bachelor, and to the audience, was one she could actually keep. In interviews following her departure from the show, Joan opened up about the internal conflict she had experienced. "I thought I was ready," she admitted. "But being on the show made me realize that love, at any age, isn't just about finding someone. It's about making sure you're in the right place mentally and emotionally to accept that love." Joan revealed that her decision to leave wasn't just about external obligations, her children, her family, her life outside of the show, but also about an internal struggle she hadn't fully anticipated. "I promised myself that I would give it my all," she said. "But what I didn't realize was that I still had some healing to do. I wasn't as ready as I thought I was." The aftermath. Joan's exit from The Golden Bachelor left many fans with mixed feelings. On one hand, her vulnerability and honesty resonated with those who understood the complexities of love and loss. On the other hand, her departure felt like a betrayal of the promise she had made, both to herself and to the millions of viewers who had watched her journey unfold. Some fans took to social media to express their disappointment. "Joan was my favorite," one Twitter user wrote. "I really thought she was going to go all the way. I guess love really isn't easy at any age." Others were more understanding. "I respect Joan for knowing her limits," another fan commented. "It's not easy to walk away from something that big, especially when the whole world is watching." Despite the mixed reactions, Joan remained a beloved figure in the Golden Bachelor universe. Her journey, though unfinished, had still managed to inspire countless viewers, many of whom saw themselves in her story of love, loss, and second chances. And while she may not have kept the promise she made on screen, she did leave the show with something perhaps even more valuable: a deeper understanding of herself and what she truly needed in her life. A new chapter. Since her time on The Golden Bachelor, Joan has continued to live her life with the same grace and authenticity that made her a fan favorite. She'd have spoken candidly about the lessons she learned from the experience and how it has shaped her outlook on love and relationships moving forward. In a recent interview, Joan reflected on her time on the show and the promise she didn't keep. "Sometimes life has a way of surprising you," she said with a smile. "I thought I was ready to dive headfirst into love, but what I really needed was to take a step back and make sure I was fully healed first. And that's okay. We're all on our own journey, and there's no timeline for when things are supposed to happen." As for whether Joan would ever consider another shot at love, she remains open to the possibility. "Who knows what the future holds," she said. "I'm still hopeful. I still believe in love. And maybe one day I'll find it. But for now, I'm focused on living my best life on my own terms." And perhaps that, more than any unkept promise, is the true lesson of Joan Vassos' journey on The Golden Bachelor. Love may not have come in the form she expected, but the love she found within herself was more than enough.